So congrats on The Strangers Chapter 1 spooky film. What drew you to this project, and were you fans of the original film?
I was a huge fan. By the time I even got sent the script, I'd probably seen the original 30 or so times. I love that movie. So, I mean, that drew me to it, but also the undertaking of shooting 3 movies at once is a challenge, and I'm a girly who loves a challenge, so I was like, roll these sleeves up and I'll dive in.
And Madelaine, why was taking on a horror movie the right move for you? Was being like a scream queen always something that you had wanted to do?
In fact, no. I actually was like, I'm not going to do any horror films now. And then this came about, and it just kind of felt like the perfect amalgamation of things I wanted to do. It was a huge departure from anything I'd done in Riverdale, and the creatives involved were so collaborative and asked me to come on and be a producer and help them rewrite and be really involved. And also, on the show, you get a script the day before, or sometimes the day of shooting, after you've already shot scenes from it. In this world, I was able to have the beginning, middle, and end of my character arc over 3 films right in front of me that I could really work on, and that excited me as an artist.
And Froy, can you talk a bit about your on-screen chemistry with Madelaine and what it was like working with her on this?
I mean, it was excellent. I had the best time, truly. I mean,
tell me more.
It was great. I showed up like 2 weeks. She had like just done this huge stunt situation for 2 weeks, basically, and we kind of had to hit the ground running, right? So, I got in, we shot like the scene on the porch on my first day, and we'd talked a little bit over Zoom about like what is their dynamic, like how long have these two been together, and we really wanted it to feel like, you could feel all 5 years of their experience together, and that their relationship was grounded, and they had their own language, and nobody was more in the driver's seat than the other. Like they're a very equal team, right? And it was important that we showed them like taking care of each other. So like throughout the movie, I'm leaning on her, she's leaning on me, and it was really great to get to kind of play with that with someone who I was kind of like thrust into this situation with,
And Madelaine, I know you brought up Riverdale. What has it been like since wrapping the series? Are you still in touch with the cast? Have they seen the film yet?
Well, Lily and Cammy will be at the premiere tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. No one from the show has seen the film. I want to watch them watch it for the first time, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, I talk to the girls every day. Like, I'm still best friends with them. It hasn't changed our relationship at all. If anything, it's actually strengthened it, because now we are intentionally choosing to see each other whenever we see each other, and choosing to like update when it's time. So I feel even closer to them than I did before, which is wonderful.
And what was it like going from the role of playing Cheryl to playing this role? I feel like Riverdale was kind of dark in some ways, but this was like really dark,
Yeah, I mean, it's just a complete departure from Cheryl and who she is as a person, and that's what excited me about it, is like, I say we're all actors and we're pieces of clay that want to be molded, and it was nice to be molded into a different shape.
Now tell me, did you both have any screaming practices for this role? How did you prepare for that part of the film?
It's so funny. People ask me that all the time. I don't even remember having a single throat problem.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about it.
I don't think I did either. Did I? No.
No, you have some good screams in there, too.
As you mentioned, the film is a trilogy. Can you talk about how the first film sets things up for the second and the third film?
Yeah, the first film is, the reason why we made these 3 films is to tell a larger story of the strangers that you haven't seen before, but in order to do that, you had to go back and retell the original story with a new set of characters and breathing like a new life of modernization into it. So this is a launch pad into a version of the strangers you've never seen before that is an absolutely wild ride, a character-driven piece about like what happens when someone is pushed beyond their breaking point time and time again. I just think it's going to be really fun for people to see. It's nothing you've ever seen before from The Strangers.
And can you each describe the film in 3 words?
Ooh. Bone-chilling.
Damn it.
Ambient. And thrilling.
Okay, that's annoying because you're taking my words from the last time I was asked this earlier today. How dare you? I said bone-chilling.
Oh.
I would say exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
Wild. And terrifying.
Congrats on The Strangers Chapter 1. Can you tell me what drew you to this project, and were you a fan of the 2008 film?
It all started with the fact that I was a huge fan of the original The Strangers. It's such a unique film. It's about a home invasion, and the fact that it's so realistic, there's nothing supernatural, fantastical about it. It's really a horrific situation of these masked strangers showing up at your house and just torturing you, putting you through the worst night of your life and possibly the last night of your life. And having this opportunity not to do a remake, not to do a sequel, not to do a prequel, but to reimagine this concept into a 4.5-hour epic that is divided into 3 chapters, and to be able to really dive deep into the psychology of both the victims and the killers. What makes them tick? What do they go through? It was just an incredible opportunity to do something that I've never seen in cinema before.
And tell me about working with Madelaine. Why was she the perfect Maya?
Madelaine had big boots to fill. The original film had Liv Tyler, who was beautiful, talented, vulnerable, incredible. And we interviewed dozens of actors for this. When we met Madelaine, which was actually through a Zoom call, we just realized immediately, okay, she's not only talented and beautiful, she's strong, she's insightful, she's intelligent, she's charming, and she's physically capable. Because when you see this first movie, you haven't seen anything yet. The second movie and third movie, she's gonna crawl through rocks and broken glass and coals to get where she needs to get. And she was just a force to reckon with, and she really became our partner in developing these movies to what they are.
And I know that this is part of a trilogy. Can you talk about how this first film sets up the second and third?
Well, this first movie really ends with the scenario of, okay, what if a victim of this horrible, horrible, senseless crime survives? What happens next day? And in this case, all 3 movies take place in 5 days. So it's not like your usual sequel that is made a couple of years later and it's different actors and different scenario, different everything. This is a 5-day journey of incredible survival and perseverance on both parts, the victim and the killers, because we're going to really see what extent these people will go to either survive or kill.
And can you talk about Froy and his on-screen chemistry with Madelaine and why you thought he was perfect for the role?
We loved Froy from the first time we met him. He is the nicest guy, great actor, just such a sweet presence. So we felt like for their chemistry, it was really interesting to explore a couple where the woman is very strong, a strong presence, and he's strong as well, but he is there's something vulnerable and innocent about him that I think makes him very, very relatable and makes their chemistry work. I'm always a huge proponent of strong female protagonists, and the traditional way of saying, like, in a relationship, the guy has to be the strong one and the woman is kind of the damsel in distress. We wanted to not play that, but make both of them equally strong, and both of them have a great instinct for survival, and all those things really click in their relationship and make them a really, really tight couple, and then see the horrible things that happen to them.